Adam did not come to God and say, God, I am lonely, send me a girlfriend. Adam did not come to God and say, God, there's nothing to do and I am bored, give me somebody to like. Adam was so lost in God. He actually was so engulfed with God that God had to come to Adam and say, Adam, you're lonely. I believe Adam replied back, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean I'm lonely? God, me and you go on these walks every single day. You speak to me in the whisper of the day, your still small voice. I'm trimming the trees, calling out, naming the animals. God, I'm having a blast. What do you mean I'm lonely? God, are you trying to get rid of me? Like, are you not enjoying the talks that we have and all this stuff? God, I don't understand. What is the agenda behind this? I'm lonely. See, if you're coming to God and telling God you're lonely, you still need God to fix that loneliness. But God wants to satisfy you so much that it has to be God that will remind you, hey, it's your time. See, some of you, come on. Some people are 16 years of age. God, send me a girlfriend. And God goes in there, you need deliverance, not a date. You need a rehab, not romance. You need to find God and be lost in Him so much that God will be the one say, hey, come on, it's your time. But see, come on, some of us, guys, some of us have a fear. If I go deep in God, God, the more you get to know Him, becomes this controlling, jealous boyfriend. It's like, only you belong to me and nobody else. God forbid you have feelings for somebody. I kill them like this. I'll bring you to a freedom weekend and cut it out like this. See, some of you think that God is a jealous God in regards to relationships. He's not. It was His idea to tell Adam, you're single and you're ready to mingle. You gotta go, bro. And I believe Adam's like, God, I'm having a blast. If you're lonely, if you are broken, needy, hurting, bleeding, bored, relationship, you will not go into it because of love. You will go into it because of a need. So you don't go there to give love, you go there because you're hurting. And typically what usually happens, we end up attracting the very thing we are. We end up attracting exactly the same broken person as we are. And next thing that happens is two broken people get together and we have a big broken mess. Dating is not where you find love. Dating is where you're supposed to share love. Where you find love is in the relationship with God. Is in intimacy with God. Where you discover who you are is in intimacy with God. God wants you to delight yourself in Him so He will fulfill the desires of your heart. God wants you to get so lost in Him that honestly you have to, the other person has to look for God to find you. God wants you to get so rooted in Him, that's so found in Him that the other person has to look for God to find you. Come on somebody, give God some praise right now. God does not want to take things from you. He wants to prepare you for things. Write this down if you are taking notes. The first point is that you are ready to date when you don't need to. When you don't need to. As long as there is a need. I need. Why? Because I don't know, man. It's just life is not everybody is dating around me and my biological clock has ticked and I need to. Why? Because I don't feel like I'm successful. No, my friend. Find yourself in God. Like Adam did. The God comes to Adam and says, Adam, come on bro, it's your time. I believe that many people, I wrote this book and I titled it Single, Ready to Mingle. The word single in the original language means whole, unique, one. The problem with many people is they're not single. See, you're not single because you're not dating. You're single because you're whole. You're not single because you're not married. You're single because you're whole. The more single you become, the more ready you are to mingle. In fact, even when you get married, the more single you stay, the better chances your relationships will get better. Singleness is the hope to this generation. Being single means being whole. Being single means complete. Being single meaning being unique. Being single means you know who you are. Being single means you're not broken. Being single means you're not shattered. Being single means you are restored. Being single means you are free. The problem with many people is they're mingling and they're not single. There's not whole of them. What they give of themselves is only 80%, because 10%, the guy who abused them before, he's taken that. The other 10% was taken by the fact that there was no father in a home or broken family environment. The other 10% was taken by the fact that they looked at themselves in the mirror and they say, I don't like the way I look. And so when they actually come into a relationship, they're mingling, but in reality they're not truly single, they're not truly whole. And that's exactly why those relationships don't work. Why? Because when you're not whole, you're like a bleeding person that is going into the sea full of sharks hoping to have fun. You always end up somebody's lunch.